That $3 cup of coffee you count on every morning? Get ready. It's heading toward $5. For neighborhood cafes in Bed-Stuy to small-town staples upstate, tariffs are hitting coffee imports hard. And the squeeze doesn't stop with the cafe owners. It lands right in your cup. Here's the kicker. America doesn't even grow coffee at scale. So these new costs, they don't bring jobs or beans home. They go straight to small businesses and straight to you, the customer. So what's behind this price shock? The U.S. just placed steep new tariffs on imported coffee beans. Brazil, the world's biggest coffee producer, got hit hardest, slapped with a 50% tariff. That's huge, since nearly one-third of the coffee we drink in the U.S. comes from Brazil. Other producers like Vietnam, Colombia, Ethiopia, and Indonesia also face extra costs, though at lower rates. Here's the bottom line. The U.S. doesn't grow coffee at scale, so every bean we drink comes from abroad. And when tariffs raise the cost of imports, the burden doesn't fall overseas, it falls right here on American cafes and their customers. Here's where it gets scary for small businesses. Most independent cafes run on razor-thin profit margins, about 2 to 6% on average. That means a small change in bean prices, rent, or labor can decide whether they stay open or shut their doors. Now, got a 50% tariff on the coffee beans many cafes rely on. Independent spots, the ones roasting in-house, serving neighborhoods, and building community, are the first to feel the squeeze. Some will try to absorb the cost for as long as they can. Others will raise prices by 25 to 50 cents a cup. But for shops already stretched thin, the math just doesn't add up. For customers, this isn't abstract. You feel it every time you buy a cup. In the last year alone, coffee prices in the U.S. jumped nearly 15%. Now, with tariffs on top, your $3 daily drip could easily hit $5. For many, that changes the whole ritual. Daily coffee runs turn into weekend treats. People who once saw cafes as an affordable escape, a way to step out, see neighbors, and stay connected, are now brewing at home to save money. And that's the quiet danger. When coffee, one of the most universal little joys, starts to feel like a burden, we normalize higher prices that shouldn't be normal. These tariffs don't just hit American wallets. They shake the entire global coffee trade. Brazil, the largest coffee producer, is stuck with shipments in storage. Farmers and exporters there call the 50% tariff a clear competitive disadvantage. Many are now looking to China, which has already approved over 180 new Brazilian exporters. Meanwhile, Colombia and Vietnam see a window of opportunity. With lower tariffs, 10% and 20%, they may pick up some of Brazil's lost business. But even they admit it's a short-term gain. Coffee trees take 2 to 3 years to produce. By the time farms scale up, the tariff landscape could change again. For the global industry, instability is the new normal. And every disruption along the supply chain flows straight back to American cafes and consumers. So what can you do as prices climb? Here are 3 Roots and Roast Pro tips to help you save money and drink better coffee. Brew at home, brew fresh. A $15 bag of beans can make 25 cups at home. That's about 60 cents per cup compared to $3 to $5 at a cafe. Buy smart. Skip stale supermarket beans. Instead, buy from local roasters or online small batch sellers. Fresher beans stretch further, taste better, and often support small businesses just like your neighborhood cafe. Invest in the right tools. A good grinder, French press, or pour-over kit pays for itself in weeks. We've linked the exact tools we recommend in the Roots and Roasts tool hub below. This coffee story is just one example of how global events ripple into our daily lives. At Roots and Roast News, we cover how shifts in trade, climate, and the economy impact not just businesses like cafes, florists, and growers, but also you, the everyday customer, whether it's your morning coffee, a new houseplant, or a bouquet for someone special. Subscribe now to stay ahead of the trends. And check out the links below for our free coffee brewing guide and the Roots and Roast tool hub with the exact products we trust every day.